going on, team? It's your boy Jaden, Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you're all having a great day. Now, today we're going to go over a few very important things. The first being a big trade the team and myself made today, which is going to tie in with our overall point of the whole video, of how to make $100 per day trading in the stock market, how to build up to that point, and even how to build beyond it. Now, as always, we're going to keep this video short, sweet, and full of value, and all I ask is you consider hitting that like and subscribe button in the bottom right corner. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, what you thought I did well, and what we can learn next time. So, the big trade we made today was on SPY. Now, I'm going to go over the strategy we used to make this trade, and how it applies to the overall video of making $100 a day in the stock market, how to build up to that point, and to even build over it. So, the trade we took today was on SPY, and we took what was called an ABCD pattern. Now, I have another YouTube video just on this pattern, but we're going to briefly go over it again today as well. So we saw on the start of the day, right, we have the 5-day, 5-minute chart pulled up, which is one of the primary charts I like to use when I day trade, that and the 1-minute chart. So we came up, so automatically this becomes point A. Point A is the bottom, we have a big run up here, and we make point B right here, if you're following my mouse. Now point B is right here, we reach this top, we start to take some profits. Now we come down to point C, which is where we want to buy in. So we have A, B, and C right here where we bounce off this green line and the purple line. Now that's going to be our 8-day EMA and our VWAP. This is what we consider a high probability setup for a multitude of reasons. Now we want to buy in here. I told the team I was buying in here, sent the alert via text, and I was hoping, we hoped that it would go up, which it did, of course, we're making this video because of that. And, we took profits up here around D. Now, why is this a high probability strategy, and why is this good for small accounts and making $100 a day, like our video says? Well, for one, with this strategy, we have a defined risk, and that's going to be one of your keys to making that $100 a day and working up to that. Now, I know the title again says $100 a day, but to make that $100 a day routinely on average, we need to build to that point. So if you're a new account, if you're starting out with $500, $1,000, heck, even $10,000 or $20,000, you're not going to routinely make $100 a day until you can make $5 a day. So risk management is going to be our number one thing we're discussing first. So with a strategy like this, right, we can come down and we buy in right here. Now, I was telling the team on live voice, I got in around this 439.2. I was going to give this 20 to 30 cents of risk. So if we close this candle below this 8-day EMA and this VWAP, I was going to cut for a small loss. If we ran up $1 or $2, which I wanted, a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 profit to loss ratio, I was going to take profits up here on this D area. And so with strategies like this, these are the type of things you're going to want to apply to your trading account when you're beginning. Heck, even when you're advanced. I've been trading for 5 years and I'm still using stuff like this, simple strategies, to make consistent gains in the stock market. Now, with this $100 a day target, like I was saying before, we need to focus on making $1 to $5 a day before we can make $100 a day. So, if you were trading this, right, let's pull up the options for SPY and what I want you guys to look at going forward. Now, what I have pulled up over here is the 440 SPY calls for an October 11th expiration date. Now, as we see here, this is the option contract, and this is the overall stock price for SPY. So watching the stock, we bought in with equity right here at this point C. This is the same point on this option contract. So if you were to buy this option with me or by yourself at this particular time, you paid $240 for this option. Now you'll see here with SPY, one of the reasons I always suggest beginners to start with this and to start with one contract or, other small names, AMD, NEO, FSLY, Twitter with one contract is this, is that the contracts move very slow and clean, specifically with SPY, as we're going to reference here. We bought in here at 240, right? We see here, if we would have kept going down, if it would have went against us, we would have slowly creeped down. However, that didn't happen. We got in here at basically the bottom, and we started creeping up. Now, we got in at 240. We went up and up and up. And so every single one of these point-to-points is about 20 cents or $20. So you see here, we went up $20 a contract here, $20 a contract here, $20 a contract here, all the way up to 371. So if you somehow bought at the very bottom at this 240 and sold at the top, you made $130. Now, realistically, that's probably not what happened, right? You probably bought in around here. You hesitated to get in, got a late fill. So let's say you got filled at 250, okay? You saw it creeping up. We passed these previous highs, and you sold at let's say 20. It's hard to guess the tops, but even on that, on one trade, you made $60, off a $240 risk, which, you wouldn't have been risking all of that in one trade. But hypothetically, if it went to zero, if you held it till expiration, your maximum loss there was 240. Now, that's where a stop loss comes in, and that's where risk management comes in, is we have to have mental stops. So like I was telling the team, if we kept dipping down, because no trade is certain, if we kept dipping down, I would have set my stops at this close below this VWAP and EMA, more than likely a maximum of 10 to 20% of the contract. So on this trade, we risked a maximum of probably, I would have told the team to risk no more than like $20 to $30. So $20 to $30 for a $60 to, at the top, $100 plus gain. That's worth it to me. 2 to 1 or a 3 to 1 profit to loss is what's going to get you to making that $100 a day eventually. Now, once you get some steam, we've been working together in the Discord for a while, we've been working together on YouTube for a while, and you start upping your position size from 1 contract to 2 to 3 to 4, then I want you to focus on starting to trim. So let's say each contract here, you took 4 contracts, you took a $1,000 position, okay? So we get in here, we risk $1,000 here, we're going up. So each contract at this point right here, let's say we go from 240 to 340 right here, we're up $400, okay, if we held the whole thing. Now, that's not probably how the trade's going to go. I want you to work on trimming. So we buy in here, we go up, $20 a contract, $40 a contract, boom, sell one. Take 1/4 of your position off. Because let's say we go up to here and we false break out and we come back down here, then we can stop at break even and we're still up $40 in the trade. We go up a little more, boom, we take off another contract. Another 20 cents, we take off another contract. We're up $60. Go up 20 cents more, boom, take another one off. We're up $80. Then if we keep teetering, let's say, all right, you know what? We think it's going to go to the moon. I'm going to hold no matter what. Then if this happens, as you see here, SPY ended up falling the rest of the day. We don't get caught losing our whole position down here. That's why it's so important. If you want to make that $100 a day as a small account, or heck, even as a large account, you take profits on the way up and you don't get greedy. I can't tell you how many traders, how many people I've seen say, you know what, I'm not selling any. I know where it's going to go. Well, things end up being the downfall of your account, because in the end, we don't know anything about the stock market. We know probabilities, and we know proper risk management principles and proper trading strategies. That's how we trade here at Team Bull. That's what I will always teach you. And that's going to be one of the steps to making your $100 a day average and more in the stock market. Now, something else I feel like I need to say in this, averaging $100 a day argument and talk is that you're not going to make $100 every single day. Some days you might make 50, some days you might make 500. You want to average that $100. If you sit there and think, okay, you know what? Let's say in the SPY trade that you got in here and you sold early after 20 cents. You made $20 and you thought to yourself, oh, I need to take another trade. I need to meet my daily goal. I need to make more money. That's when you start losing. We got to look at a long-term perspective here. You want to average $100 a day, not, try to make $100 every single day and end up losing. That's the problem a lot of people have. A lot of people that I coach have is that, we have to look at the long term here. So if you sell out early from a stock, get your trading journal, write that down and write your mistake and move on to the next good trade or the next day. We don't have to always be in a trade. You don't always have to be looking for trades. And that's another key to getting that goal that you have eventually of making that side hustle and maybe even a career eventually. You start with $100 a day, then maybe we up it to $150, then maybe we up it to $200, and so on. But you have to crawl before you walk. Now, whether you're trading options, you're trading penny stocks, normal stocks, whatever it may be, the same principles apply. The next thing I want to talk to you about is staying within your trading range and staying within your budget. We don't want to go and let's say you have a $1,000 account, put half of it into a trade. So if you do that, right, if you put half your money into a trade and that trade goes down by 50%, you end up taking a bigger loss than you expected, you're down 25% of your whole account. You should never, ever, ever, ever lose 25% in a whole trade, or of your account, in one trade, period. Now, that's not how we trade here at Team Bull. That's not how I was taught to trade, and that's not how I'm going to teach you to trade and help you trade in the coming months and years. So that's something I really want you to work on too. Because I know some of you want to trade Tesla and Amazon, and the right out of the money NVIDIA calls and Roku calls. I get it, trust me. But that's not where we're at right now. If you're a smaller account, we have to work up to that point, and we're going to do that together. But it takes time. So going forward on your quest to making $100 a day, or averaging $100 a day, I should say, here's a few things that I want you to do. First is to have all your levels marked out. If you're a smaller account, if you're just getting started, whether you're in the Discord or not, I want you every day on the charts, mapping out trends. For example, this AMD right here on the 1 year, 1 day chart. I had mapped this before, boom, boom, boom. So when you come down to here, right, you already know when it's there, you know where you want to buy in or at least give it a shot. Stick to smaller stocks like this, AMD, again, Twitter, some smaller options on NVIDIA, and even stuff like this cost. We sent out an alert today on this cost, or yesterday, a swing trade alert. Stock's $450, right? It's a pretty expensive stock. But, we sent out this alert on cost. These contracts were 74 cents a piece, so $74. And they went crazy overnight. We got in right around here and had a beautiful, beautiful run up all the way to 460. Now, obviously, this doesn't happen every single swing trade. Our boy Green Eyes, great analyst, great trader, called that out and, had his own rationale on it. His risk was defined. So, the max loss here was 74 cents, $74, and the trade worked out perfectly. So, if that's in your trading strategy, that would have been a great, great small account builder. $74 turned all the way up to, I think, like 325%, so all the way up to $250 to $300. And it's trades like that. You're not going to have 300 to 500% bangers every time, but when they strike, if you have the discipline to keep with your small wins that equal up to, good average days, that's when the big trades come. That's when you get your average up from those big trades you get once in a while and keeping your losers small. Now, in conclusion, on the race to this $100 average a day, I want you to stick to simple strategies, simple chart patterns, bull flags, triangles, support and resistance, simple candlestick patterns, and stick to small stocks and small gains, because the bigger the position size, the bigger the losses, the more emotion. I say this once, I've said it 100 times. Smaller positions equals more money because you can stick to a plan and you can trade without emotion. So, I have hundreds of different ways you can make this money, hundreds of different strategies. I wanted to stick to the basics here and tell you that, if you want to average $100 a day eventually, you can. It's been done. People have managed $500 a day. People have managed to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. You just need to start small. Don't let other people on the internet convince you, you need to be making this right away. This is a long-term game. So, maybe you break even your first year while you're learning. Wouldn't you rather break even for a year than have a lifelong of freedom rather than blow your account in 3 months and be done? That's the mindset I'm trying to help you switch as a trader. That's the mindset I'm trying to help you change as a YouTuber, as a trading instructor, as a friend, and as someone who genuinely wants to get financial freedom. So, in the end, that's my rant on trading, psychology, risk management, making $100 a day. And if you got some value from this video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button in the bottom right corner. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, what I could have done better in this video, and overall, what you want to see in the future from Team Bull Trading. Take care.